You've been watching IPL from a distance in Colombo and covering all the matches. What impression do you get of this 15-year-old absolute talent? Because next segment, we're going to be talking about his batting deliveries and everything put together, how he hits the good length deliveries off to the sixes and across the boundary. Yes, Aaron.
Hello, viewers, and hello, my fellow panelists. One word that we can use is he's phenomenal. I mean, he's absolutely unreal. When you look at him bat, you really can't figure out what area that you need to bowl at him to not to get hit for six. I was really I was really feeling sad for Paddy Cummins the other day. The way he was trying to move his field around after every single delivery, but after moving the field around after every single delivery, he was still being smashed for sixes. So I really felt for that. So that shows a 15-year-old kid putting a premier test fast bowler, the skipper of, the ex-skipper of the Australian team under pressure. That gives you a separate level of, satisfaction as a cricketing fan from a batter's perspective, looking at how much, this kid has developed himself. And also, just to talk about one point, to add on one point that Satish did mention, how he has developed his batting and how much he has developed his mentality. During the start of the innings, if we did see short deliveries outside the off stump, he was still trying to play across the line. He was trying to play them flat batted. But yesterday, if you did see the short delivery right outside the off stump from Patty Cummins, he smashed it over third man for six. So that's how fast he has developed himself. So that shows I really don't understand an unreal player he is. And as you did mention correctly, he is the future of Indian cricket.
Absolutely. In fact, he's the future of T20 cricket. Well,
I think Sunil has got it.
Yeah, we've lost Sunil. I mean, talk about the comparison with Tendulkar, Satish. I mean, I tell you what about Jayawardene in his early career? Would you say there's any parallels with the great Jayawardene?
Who's this? Sorry, I didn't hear the name.
No, I'm just thinking of other parallels with Sooryavanshi and comparing him to Tendulkar, but also maybe Jayawardene.
There are many great names, David, too. We can have a draw parallels with. In fact, when Inzamam came in, he was a treat to watch. Sai Danwar, another left-hander.
Yeah.
But what I would like to bring is from the Indian context, because obviously internationally you have every country needs to have one hero who could carry the game forward on their shoulders, because for whatever reasons we might like the superstar status or not, but these superstars are the ones who want give the kid the reason to emulate them, the reasons for them to look up to somebody. And yes, Indian cricket thankfully had Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Devs, and Tendulkar. Then you have Kohli. So now he is continuing that tradition. So that's why I had the comparison with Indian legends, but nothing to take away from some of the greatest cricketers across the world.
Satish, it is an absolute moment of a little bit of historic joy for us as well. You watched Sooryavanshi in Sharjah. Remember the Asia Cup under-19 where he was scoring, and we remember meeting there, and this guy was hitting out of the stadium. I mean, this is one of the rare sights. But let's come back to the campaign that he started. 15-year-old teen phenomena, and he's one of the greatest exponents who smashed 680 runs, 15 matches. But more staggering is his 90% of his runs, they come in with the boundaries. He hammered a record 65 sixes, surpassing Chris Gale's 59 sixes and 55 fours, with nearly 90% of his runs coming from there, including multiple rapid 50s, including 15-16 ball 1, 103 of the 37 earlier in the season, and a playoff masterclass of 97 in 29 deliveries. Well, David Brooks, when you have the scorecard as big as that, if you were a bowler, where would you bowl them? On your screen, very soon, we will show you what it means to bowl Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. But now when you have those records, what do you think of this boy?
Well, yeah, where to bowl to him? That's the question. I'm sure that Rabada Siraj will be thinking about that before today's match. I think they will go short of a length to him. I'm not saying he's weaker there, but anything in the slot is going to go, isn't it? So that's their best bet. And maybe there is one person in the GT lineup who might be able to tame him, and that's Rashid Khan, because we've got, I think, the prospect of playing on a warm pitch. Say they bat second rather than first, there might be something in the wicket for Rashid to exploit. If anyone can, Rashid can. I don't think he's quite been in the eye of the storm yet from Sooryavanshi. And so it's not just a question of where to bowl to him, but who's bowling. And I think short of a length for the seamers and Rashid to use his bag of tricks, though that can be the only things that might stem the flow. As I say, it's might. We haven't seen him against, in international cricket. There's a long way to go, but did you say it's hard to feel sorry? Aaron invited us to feel sorry for the Australian captain Cummins when he couldn't place a field to him. I mean, I can't quite go there, but I know what you mean. Cummins couldn't set a field to him. Could he have stemmed the flow if he'd had a full Australian pace attack bowling to him at the MCG? Maybe. But that's not the conditions today. And there's a lot of headaches, I think. You can put the wall charts away. You can put the team meeting. I wonder what they're going to say in the team meeting when that very question will be discussed today. Where do you bowl to him?
Sunil, I'll continue from what
Yes.
David said. He was dead right. You have to bowl short of length. But I also made my little note down points. So I think the only place where you could keep him quiet is probably, at least in the early overs, keep one deep extra covers and a deep point. And don't give him pace and bowl short of length outside the off stump, because anything you bowl within the stump line, he's hitting you. So the only option you can give is probably give him room outside the off stump. And this I'm taking out from the shot he played outside the off stump and he got out. From there, I'm trying to do that. So maybe that's the one area where I've not seen him score, because the least he has scored is a short ball point area, deep cover point area.